Hello everybody and welcome to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be making for you carrot cake. I'm going to be making it the Jamaican version. I hope you all like this recipe, and if you do, please look at the shopping list. You see the ingredients what we're using for today, and if you want to follow along you can follow along with us. And if you like this video, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment in this comment section. We do get back to you on them. And I hope you all enjoy this video. Right, so these are our ingredients what we're going to be using for today. We've got some sultanas. This is optional, so you don't have to put these in if you don't want them in there. We've got our carrots, which is grated. You can use the rough grate or you can do the shredded one like this. So you've got the two options which one you want to use. If you don't want to see the carrots in there, then you do the rough grated one. Right. We've got our cinnamon, we've got some salt, baking powder, mixed spice, nutmeg and ginger powder. We've got our oil. We're not using butter today, we're using oil. We've got our vanilla. We've got some brown sugar. You can use the dark muscovado sugar if you want, but I prefer it with the light brown sugar. We've got our eggs. And we've got our flour. So those are our ingredients, what we're going to be using for today. You're also going to need a bowl. You're going to need your spatula and a baking spoon. And you're going to need another bowl for your eggs because you're going to be whisking your eggs. So those are what you're going to be using for today. Right, so we're going to make a start now. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to put our carrots into the bowl. So you want all your carrots out. I'm hoping that this bowl is big enough, but I'm just using a glass one so you could see what's going on. And then into that you're going to put your sugar. And you're going to give that a very good mixing. So don't be afraid to be rough with it. If you want to do this recipe, this is a recipe what you can do along with the kids. It's not a hard recipe. If you were doing this recipe for like wedding cakes, then there would be a different recipe what I use to do wedding cakes. Don't be afraid to crunch it or whatever. You just want it well mixed in. So you're getting all your strands of carrot with the sugar. So you can see it's going to start to spring its own water. That's what you want. So you just keep stirring that in. Right, so we've got our carrots all mixed in. As you can see, it's sprung a lot of water now. So you've got like a carrot syrup there. And then we've got our eggs, what we've broken into our bowl. And you're going to just whisk those through. until you get everything's blended in. If you want to use a hand mixer, you can use a hand mixer. My one's broken. I ordered another one and it hasn't come yet. So I have to do everything by hand at the moment. But hopefully it should be here soon. I want to thank the anonymous subscriber that helped us to buy a new mixer. Thank you very much for that. So that's all how you want your eggs beaten in, just till everything's come together. It would be a lot faster if you had a hand whisk. So we're going to pour that into then we're going to add 1 cupful of vanilla. You can add a little bit more if you want to, but don't add no more than 2. So I might just put 1.5 in this one. So as you can see now, you've got your eggs, your sugar, your carrots and your vanilla into this. Then we're going to start to add the rest of our ingredients. So the next thing what's going in is our oil. And just give that a stir in. Then we're going to start to add our flour bit by bit. But you're not going to add all your flour, you're just going to add most of it in. You're going to just add that in bit by bit. So as you can see, it's going to be a runny mixture. You want to save back a bit of flour because you're going to put your sultanas. You can use raisins as well if you want to use it. You're just going to shake that in to get them covered. That just stops them from sinking. Also, if you want to, you can soak the sultanas. That's just going to make them a bit more fluffy and a bit more lighter. So as you can see, we're just putting in a bit by a bit of flour. that's all our flour in now. And to that now we're going to put in all the rest of our spices, which is cinnamon, salt, baking powder, mixed spice, nutmeg and some ginger powder. So we're just going to give that a shake to combine everything together a bit. And then I'm going to put that in. I'm going to give that a good stir in now. So we're just going to give the sides a scrape to get everything mixed in. Right, so we've got everything mixed in now. So as you can see, it's a quick recipe we can do with the kids. So you just want it dropping off the spoon like that. So that's it all mixed in. So we're just going to do our tin and we're going to put it in the oven. Right, so we're going to be using a 10-inch tin today. So I'm just going to I've already greased it and I've gone around the outside with a pen or pencil so you can see it transfers onto it. You're just going to cut that round. I know some people when they're doing this they try to be precise, but you don't have to. So you just want that, and just put that on the bottom. Then with that, you just come across what you want. And just put that inside. You can see it quickens easy. And just go around the top of it like that. And you just smooth that down, make sure it's in all the places. Then you just cut another strip. You just grease what's on the side and you just overlap it. And that's your tin done in next to no time. Right, so we're just going to give this another quick stir before we put it in our tin. And you want your oven on, if you've got a fan oven it's 180, and if you've got gas it's gas mark 4. So just move that around a bit, make sure that it's settled, and then that's ready for our oven. So remember, it's fan oven 180 and gas is going to be around about gas mark 4. Or you can go with your oven guidelines. Right, so we're going to put this in the oven. It's going to be in there for about 40 to 50 minutes, hopefully. And as you know, it's carrots, it's going to be a very moist cake, so you still need to make sure that your skewer comes out cleanly when you skewer test it. Or you can test it by just pressing the top and it should just shoot back up. Right, so we're going to put this in our oven now. Right everybody, so our cake's been in the oven for 40 minutes now. So we're going to just do our first test on it. I'm just going to pull it forward a bit and just test it. As you can see, it comes out clean. So that cake's ready. So I'm going to take that out now. Just going to bring in the camera so you can see it a bit more better. As you can see, nothing's on the thing, so that's nicely baked. So we're going to leave that to cool down. Then once it's cooled down, we're going to show you the next step, what we're going to do. So we'll be back with you once this cools down. We're going to leave it for a while. It's going to take a while, so you want it to cool right down so you can add your next process to it. Right everybody, so we're still waiting for our cake to completely cool down. So we're going to be doing the next process. Meanwhile, which is the cream cheese frosting. So we've got some cream cheese. We're going to be using vanilla. We've got some butter. And we've got our icing sugar. So the measurement should be there as well. You're going to need a mixing bowl, a spoon, a spatula, and you're going to be using your sieve for your icing. So we're going to put our cream cheese into our bowl. You can use most cream cheeses for this. I'm using a dairy-free one, which is the lacto-free one. So you make sure you get all your cheese out of it, and then you need your butter as well. So those are the first ingredients what you're going to be using. You're going to be mixing these together until they're blending. So you've got all that beaten in till it's smooth. Then you're going to add 1 teaspoon or 1 capful of vanilla. You can add a bit of lemon juice to this as well, but that's optional. Or you can add lime juice as well if you want to. I'm going to start to sieve in our flour, icing and sugar rather. You can do this with a hand mixer, but like I said, I'm still waiting for my one to come, so I have to do everything by hand at the moment. This is where you're going to start to be using your spatula now to get it from the sides. So we've got all this beaten in that. Right, so we've got everything in, so we're going to give this a good mixing in now until we get it to where we want it. So we're going to do this meanwhile, and then once we get to the next process we'll come back to you. Right, so we've got this to the smoothness what we want it. If you see your one's a bit too thin or a bit too runny, then you can add some more icing and sugar to it. So we're just going to put this in the fridge and let it chill down a bit. Then we can see if it needs any more icing and sugar to it. So you don't want it to the mixture too runny. So you're going to put it in the fridge for about 5 minutes and then see what it looks like when it comes out. Right, so we'll be back with you then. Right everybody, so we've got our cake cooled down now, and we put it onto a plate, and this is going to be the part. I've usually got a tool for this, but I can't access it right now, so I'm going to be using a long knife, as you can see, and we're going to go down to the middle of the cake and going to bring that, push that in, and you're going to start cutting it round. So you're going to make sure that your knife goes through, and then you start bringing it round. And just try and keep in the middle line. hopefully that should be it. We need another plate. You can see the cake should be nice and moist. We're going to start to put our cream cheese icing on now. So you can put this on how thick you want it. So we've got our middle filled in. If you want to do more than one layer of cakes, then you're going to have to use the flan tins and then do individual one, take them out, put them to one side, and then do this process. Put a layer of cheese on, put one on, then put another one on. So that's up to you if you want to do that. And another thing I wanted to mention, on the baking time of this, if you put your skewer in and you see that it's still wet, always test the middle of a carrot cake, because that's the part what always takes the longest. So always put a skewer in. If it comes out wet, then put it back in the oven for like another 15 minutes and then just keep going through that. So we're going to put this back on. You won't get in the exact place. And then we're going to put some more of this on the top. So I hope you're all enjoying this video. We know a lot of you are watching our videos but you're not subscribing, so that helps. If you subscribe, it helps us to know that we're bringing out the right content, you like what we're doing. If you want, out on the side you can just bring that over, and then if you want you can just let it run down the side by itself, or if you want you can put the spatula and bring it round. So there's different ways of doing this. And if you leave this out, it's going to stay out for about 3 days, so you need to consume it within those 3 days. And if you're going to refrigerate it, it should last about 5 to 6 days in the fridge. It looks better when you let it just run down the side. So there we have it for you. Our Caribbean or Jamaican carrot cake. So I hope you all enjoyed this one. If you did, please remember to like, share and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. If you want to leave a comment, please leave a comment in the comment section. We do get back to you on them. We're getting a lot coming through, so we might be a bit slow on some of them, but we will get to them. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.